One second, guys. All right, and here we go. Welcome, everybody, to another show at the Saskia Mahler Show, to another episode with me on the side of the internet where we keep it real and relatable. It's anyway sunset time right now, so you might hear a lot of the kids outside playing. Let's see, there might be some noise happening as well. I'm here with my wild beach hair happening and going on, totally rocking beach vibes these days. So, today, I want to share with you guys why I quit the 5 a.m. routine slash the Andrew Huber or the 5 a.m. club slash the Andrew Huberman routine. I've been living in a 5 a.m. high productivity routine for quite some time in my life. And there came really this turning point where I'm like, I have to quit this. This is working really awesome for some people, but for others, I find it very detrimental to the health, not only with myself, but many of my clients as well, because many of my clients also have a really strong 5 a.m. high productivity morning routine because it's high achieving people. Yet at the end, it's actually not serving us. And especially, I have the impression it's working really well for men, but really not well for women because, surprise, surprise, we are not the same. So, having that off my chest, no, men and women are not the same. And this is really stay till the end with this episode. I just hop forward because it's one crucial information that will change your life completely. Dear men, how you understand women. Dear women, how you understand yourself. This very specific difference between men and women will blow your mind and change the whole trajectory, how you're living your life. Now, let me take out my old school notebook. I also changed back to much more manual work, just writing down with notepad, etc. Oops, it's my foot on the stand. And so I'm back to notebooks. I can highly recommend that. So the first thing why I actually quit that is I still get up quite early in the morning because I love the morning. And also in Ayurveda, we recommend to get up early before sunrise. There's a time, it's called Mahabharata or Mahabharata, yeah. And this is the sacred time where the spirit and the soul is the most aligned, and as well like the left and right nadi main energetic channels are meeting. The Sushumna nadi is activated, our central channel, and this is the most auspicious time of the day. So I still really love to get up and I love to see the sunrise. It does something very powerful to me. But why especially did I quit all this productivity routine around that? So in the 5 a.m. club, they say get up at 5 a.m., then hydrate, get your most important work in, do the workout, and Andrew Huberman is also like, do your productivity, do the most important work, do your ice bath early in the morning, etc. I still hydrate in the morning. I think that's a really important factor. So when I get up, I still get up really early and I go downstairs and I cleanse myself, I brush my teeth, clean my tongue, clean my skin and everything. And then I hydrate definitely either with warm water and salt and electrolytes inside. I use Relight brand or with raw milk. That's my favorite way of hydrating. Yet then I don't follow all that crazy productivity stuff because for the following reasons. So what I do instead is I straight go outside with my dogs after having hydrated well and walk bare feet in nature with my dogs and soak up the sunrise and the sun. And then I do a little bit of stretching. I'm walking through the field, so I go to the beach, whatever. And when I used to live in Germany, I did the same. I just went to the forest or went out to the fields or whatever. If you don't live close by, I hopped into a car, and that was a reason for me to not live in a city. So I do have access to that. Like I lived intentionally in a village and rather than drove to the city to get my work and all these things done, but like to have access to nature immediately in the morning and evening. Now, why did I quit this? Because honestly, yes, the 5 a.m. routine and the Huberman routine, they got me productive as hell. Like I was so productive and I got so much done. But what I started to realize is I started to feel really robotic, and I do love routines so I can execute things and follow a strict set of things without having to take a decision. I think this really frees up my mental capacity to take more high quality decisions on a day because you can only take so many decisions and then you're exhausted. And so if I already have to decide every morning what I'm doing, like I'm exhausted by 8 a.m. But for me, it was like I was really robotic and I started to feel hollow actually. And I also started to observe that more and more tension had built up in my system. So I started to realize that actually having this very strict goal oriented routine in the morning And very dopamine oriented routine in the morning was really frying up my nervous system. Like in the evening before already, instead of going to bed with a night routine of like, I love myself, so I want to give myself a beneficial night routine, it turned into I have to do that night routine. So in the morning, I can perform and I can be productive. And everything started to become an has to be instead of get to be. And that's a restrictive vibe. It's not my vibe. It's totally not my vibe. My vibe is really, let's take it easy. Let's feel nourished. Let's feel centered. Let's feel grounded. And nothing has to be, everything happens for me. And I didn't get that vibe no more with the routine. So there was one specific part, like having to have followed that productivity routine, also set that expectation in myself that I have to be productive. And that already started stressing me out in the evening before, because everything circulates suddenly around optimizing my productivity. And the thing is, I don't attach my self value and worth on my productivity, but I did start to do that. Like if I then did not meet my productivity goal in the morning, I felt like a failure. Like, what am I doing this routine for? And I'm setting all my life around being productive, etc. And then it felt like I did something wrong. And it did not help me accept that some days I'm productive and some days I'm not, especially as a woman. Like, I'm freaking cyclical. We live in a 28-day cycle, not in a 24-hour cycle. And this morning routine did not reflect that. Like, I had this expectation to be same productive every day. Now, the next thing was like why I stopped doing these high productivity routines and went into just really slow connecting mornings. Like after I go for a walk with my dogs, I walk to the coffee shop where my friends are and I have breakfast there. I have a high protein breakfast there. I just chit chat with my friends and chill. And so at the end of the day, I'm like 2-3 hours awake already. And I did a little bit of light work on my pad, but that's it. And all the other time I spent connecting with nature, animals, and other humans that I love. And this really fills up my cup. And really, yeah, this really fills up my cup. And so this productivity routine didn't allow me to do that. And it felt so constrictive. I was like, I'm not allowed to see my friends or to have fun with my dogs before I achieved and accomplished something. I'm like, that's not how I want to live my life. I don't want to need permission for my level of achievement to hang out with my people. Yeah. So I swapped that situation up. That was one of the reasons why I stopped these very strict productivity oriented routines. But another time, the thing was also like these routines eventually really put me into scarcity mindset, because yes, in the morning we have the highest clarity of mind, but that put me into mindset like, shit, if I'm not having a clear mind now and I wake up as fast as possible and get into as peak mental clarity state as fast as possible during my morning routine, then it's done for the day and I kind of like lose the day. And that, yeah, really put me into scarcity mindset. And I don't want to think about my mental capacity like this. I want to think about my mental capacity in a way like, once I'm nurtured, I can do things with fun and ease in the afternoon and I'll be fine. Even at my medium level, I'm still really freaking amazing and good and capable. And that gave me a whole different level of confidence, because I did not have to attach my confidence on harnessing the peak of myself, but actually embracing the plateau and consistency of myself. Now, another reason why I stopped that was like because I started to prioritize achievement above anything else. Like when I make my morning routine around being as productive and high achieving as possible, it's suddenly I feel the first hours of the day, which you would think are the highest priority. Like what's most important to you, you do first, right? And so I'm like, I'm prioritizing productivity and achievement above anything else. And that does not feel right to me. Like, honestly, because it is not. Like, I am successful so I can enjoy all the other things in my life that I really, really love doing. And I'm not, and that's the thing. The success is not the priority. The success is a medium to do and keep doing and make the things I love more sustainable, but it's not the center. also a tip for you guys for manifestation. It's not about I want to manifest 5K month or 10K month. It's like I want to manifest these and that things, and for these I need that money. Once you start to focus on what you want to do with the money instead of the money, then the money starts actually flowing. Okay, because money is a medium. Success is a medium. Success is a medium to feel better in yourself, to feel valuable, to feel like a good contribution to society, to have good health, to be able to help other people, right? To have a slow lifestyle that allows you to travel the world, do whatever you want, but it is a medium to do other things. And I realized that I had put the medium by chasing productivity early in the morning. I had put the medium above the goal, which is connection, free time, nature. Yeah, sometimes I go out with a supboard in the morning or straight go snorkeling in the morning. I love water sports, do my thing there, right? And so yeah, suddenly the medium was more important and higher. And that does not make sense in my life. I was like, fuck that. I need a morning routine that is reflecting my priorities and not the medium to maintain my priorities. So there's another reason why I stopped doing the 5 a.m. high achievement productivity morning routine. Now, another reason why I stopped, especially with the cold exposure from Huberman, like I'm a huge fan of ice bathing. Definitely. I do it almost every single day. I freaking love it. But not first thing in the morning, because I think it's awesome for men, but I don't think it's awesome for women. And this is because that's the point that we told you guys to skip to jump through. So too, it's like men run on dopamine, women run on oxytocin. Like the motivation of men, something that gives men purpose and direction, is dopamine. For women, it is oxytocin. There's a very interesting study out there that says that like they interviewed martial artists, professional fighters, and they interviewed men and women. And so the majority of the men is competing in martial arts because they want to prove and test if they're the best and want to prove that they are the best. So it's really about like putting yourself as an individual strongly out there and proving yourself. 1 second. I think this was my cat that jumped down. 1 second. Manu? Manu, get up. Hi guys, back to live stream. It was my cat. I have this new cute baby cat and she jumped out, but I have the dogs and they were not introduced yet. So that is slightly dangerous. Let's have her just here. So back to the story. Men are motivated by dopamine, by proving themselves as the strongest, whereas women run on oxytocin. So these women and the fighters, the professional fighters, they interviewed them, and their main motivation to fight is actually to make the team proud, to have a closer connection to the coach, to contribute to the team, to belong to the fighters league. So these are much more motivations of connection and of oxytocin. And that's the thing, like men respond very well to pushing themselves and hunting goals. Women do not. Women do, in the most healthy way, respond to slowing down, feeling connected, feeling nurtured, and feeling they're contributing to the community. And so, ice bath boosts your dopamine levels, which is amazing. Ice bath boosts your dopamine levels, which is really, really amazing. But this is little Yoko. But women, and we also need healthy dopamine, but not in the early morning of the day, because our female nervous system responds very differently. And insulin goes into fight or flight, or you condition yourself to chase dopamine instead of oxytocin. And in the long term, this will not make you happy. This might make you momentarily happy, but not on a sustainable long term. Okay. Now, one other reason why I quit the extreme productivity focused morning routine was like, it was really messing with my hormones, It stressed me out, as I said already in the evening before. It already stressed me during that because I'm chasing dopamine instead of oxytocin. And therefore, it really messed up my hormones. Like, I started to have period cramps, I started to have weight gain, I started to have like outbreak in my skin, etc. And this is all because I was chasing a male routine instead of a female routine. So actually, by switching that and coming into like a healthy routine, morning routine that is circulating around the feminine nervous system and feminine hormone profile, like I explained to you mine, seeking connection, seeking community, nature, animals, co-regulation with other entities, identities, beings out there. That is a feminine nervous system centered morning routine that actually nurtures your hormones. Otherwise, you will run into burnout. And this is like why women suddenly, and there's so many women, they're high achieving, they have an amazing life, it looks all healthy from the outside, but then they're infertile and they never have their period. And it's like the body's like, you don't have time to get pregnant. You don't have time for baby. You're already at 5 a.m. freaking busy. Where would a baby fit in there? And that's why the body makes you infertile, because the body thinks you don't have time. It would be dangerous for you and threatening your identity. That's my dogs rebelling right now. As I said, here we keep it real and relatable. It's my dogs rebelling right now that I can't get in because of the baby cat that's now inside. Yeah, they're about to be introduced tomorrow. So, that all being said, these are the crisp and clear, small, compiled reasons why I quit morning routine and changed it to a much more holistic, nurturing self-care routine. Definitely make sure to subscribe my channel. I do have more material for my email list as well on a healthy, nurturing, feminine morning routine. Check the link below and you can subscribe into that and you can find more resources on that. And as well, if you want to learn how to design your day in a way that works for you and suits you. So you start walking around actually from a full cup, because that's what I love. Now my morning routine is filling up my cup so much. The rest of the day, I'm highly productive from an amazing, rich, inspired, happy place instead of boosting everything in the morning and needing the whole rest of the afternoon to down-regulate myself. I'm just acting from a regulated place by swapping the positions. First, nurturing, then execution or like output productivity, right? So if you want to learn to create that individually for you, your individual hormonal symptoms, your individual period profile that you have, and your individual body type, definitely make sure to check down below. You can book a discovery call with me to either guide you into the correct direction for a program to work with, to work one-on-one with me, or you can straight hop into the one-on-one waitlist below as well. Either way you choose to connect with me, I can't wait to see you there, and I hope you have a really beautiful day.